Hey everybody, gonna be putting together a gorilla cart today, so take a look at that. Looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. It's just a bunch of screws and nuts and washers and then some cotter pins, it looks like. So the first step, we're putting together this part right here. So it's just a bracket that goes on the bottom, and so we run the screws through the inside of the cart bucket, whatever you want to call it, and then you put, so the big washer goes on this side next to the plastic, and then the little washer here goes right there, and then the lock washer or the lock nut goes on after that. And same just down here, we're gonna put these on the exact same way down here. So what I'll be using to put these, tighten these bolts and screws, so I'm gonna use a ratchet wrench with a 1/2-inch socket. You can see that 1/2-inch socket there, and then so that'll be on this side here. I'll put that on there, and then I'll put the screwdriver on the bottom. Should be on in the screw head, and I'll just hold the screw heads tight, and I'll tighten it with the ratchet. So I got the screwdriver on this side, and then I just got the ratchet on the other side here. See that? There you go. One thing I always try to remember, well, it may not apply with something like this necessarily, but usually I'll try to not tighten one individual bolt in completely. I'll leave it a little loose, and I'll go around and tighten them as I go. It seems like things tend to end up being more evenly tightened that way. But with this, it might not really apply. Some things, though. Okay, so we got to the next step here. Step 2, we're going to put this bracket onto the bottom. So it's this bracket here. As you can see, it just goes right on there like that. And then these holes line up on the sides right here. Got my, in case you were wondering, I got my trusty bulldog out here helping me. He's a really good helper. Not really. This is how all of these bolts come out of the pack. So we have the nut on the end here, and then the small washer, and then the large washer, and that's exactly how they go into this as well. So exactly the same order they're on when they come out of the package is the same order they're going to be put into this cart. On to step 3, that's this bracket here. You can see the directions right there. It's gonna go on this side of the cart. So like that, I guess. So we're gonna, because it looks like you can put it on there. Doesn't look like it has like it can go like this, I think, or yeah, looks like it's, doesn't matter. All right, okay, I'm just gonna tighten these up on here. It's a garden cart. I don't care if it gets banged up. So our next step here is to put these two arms on. So they go on like that. Not sure if they're, let's see how this works here. So, that's not right. So this one goes on here. Well, no. So it goes like this. And then lays like that. So on there like that, lays like that. Boom, a boom. Okay. And then this guy is going to go on the other side. This. A boom, a boom. Cool, 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 cool. And we're gonna take the bolts out of the pack. Number 4. We're gonna run them through there. All right. Okay, moving on to step 5. Looks like it's the steering column, I guess you'd call it, or the front bracket. I don't know. We're gonna do that next. It's gonna go, yeah, up here. So grab that real quick. So there it is. It's gonna go like so, maybe. I don't know what that was. I gotta pull this off here. Aha! There's plastic on here. Bingo, bango, bongo. And we need to get our pieces out. Why is this so confusing? It's not, but it is. Ah, okay. So just all we need for 5 is that bolt and that washer. Okay, for step 5 here we have a bolt, a washer, and then a plastic washer. So the plastic washer is going to go down here. Looks like in between the cart, or the rail, and actually it needs, oh Jesus, needs to go down here between the cart and the rail. Yeah, like I said. Yep. A bit of a breeze out here. Yep. Okay. And then this is gonna go on here. We're gonna put this massive bolt on here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I tightened it with this massive freaking thing, and it is a 1560s size socket. That went right on now. And tighten it up. We don't want it, you don't want to over tighten it because you want this to be able to move. So There we go. Cool. All right, moving right on to step number 6. We're gonna put on the tires. So we're gonna use washers and cotter pins to put those tires on. Should be real easy. So the instructions here, looks like it shows we put the tire on. Take one of the tires. We want that hub on the inside. So we're gonna put that on there. And on the outside we want one of these washers. That looks like. Then we're gonna take one of these pins and run it right through that hole. I need a pair of pliers. I'm gonna pull these apart and pull them apart and spread it so it doesn't come out. And if you don't have a small pair of channel locks like this, get a pair, because these are freaking awesome. Use them for everything. So that's how I did that first one. You probably don't need to necessarily spread it apart or bend it over that far, but overkill's good for me, I guess. I'll do the rest of it. We are on step number 7, the final step. So it shows you to flip the cart over so that it's on its wheels, and then we're gonna have to put that dang old tongue on it, or whatever you call it. Maybe that's the tongue that's on there. I don't know. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's this piece here. Put it on like that. Handle on the front of the cart, or the back of the front of the cart. Yeah. So just put the bolt. Just gonna put this piece right in here, like that, and then we're gonna put the bolt. Put this bolt through there. So to tighten this, I'm gonna be using an 11/16 socket on this side. I don't have a wrench that's that size, so I'm just gonna use these on the other side. Tighten her up. There we have it, folks. All done. It's kind of cool. This thing just kind of, then you pull this out and lift her up. This is a dump cart. Kind of cool. Look forward to using it.